spotlight her.
Hi, and welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Health Talk, where you can hear about some stories and some real solutions to things that might be happening in your life. Now, tonight's topic is about resetting and recommitting. How many of you guys are in that stage right now, right? I'm at like 56-yard mark line, the 56 mark. And I believe that, oh my goodness, I believe that this is the time that we truly find what our calling is. Meaning is we're at the half mark. We want to know what it is, and sometimes that can bring stress for you. And one of the things that I want to mention is that tonight we have a special host, and she hasn't been able to come in a bit, but her name is Cora, and I'll introduce her in just a minute. So she'll be with us tonight to tell us a little bit more about this mental health aspect. Let me share my screen with you so you guys can start seeing this presentation that we're going to do. And let's see here, there. And I'm not the best at all this stuff, but don't worry. Here we go. So as you can see on my screen, this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Many people know that there's medications, right? Traditional pharmaceutical medications that can help you when you're going through maybe a depression, an anxiety situation, and many other things. But there's also a lot of natural things that you guys can do. And that's really our focus tonight, is that to help you find natural ways to be able to deal with that thing that's causing you maybe that stress or that anxiety or that nervous mind, and kind of help you reframe. So this is part 4, just so you guys know, of the series. And we wanted to mention first, before we even get started, we had some winners not too long ago. And these winners were the winners of our prizes that we were just given not too long ago. And it's the product winner was Hugo Torres, just so you guys know, co-winner. So right. you really, did you all receive a form from the person that invited you to, what do you call it, to be able to complete it and be able to go into the drawing for some free stuff? Huh? Did you receive that? If you didn't, please, Rexy, can you put it in the chat so people can get the form and be able to fill it out? Because we do have prizes during our time here together, and we want you to be able to partake. Now, if you have friends, I told you earlier, if you have a friend that you think might benefit from this presentation tonight, please go and invite them real quick. Tell them to come join us. Share the link, and they can come on in and they can complete the form as well. So tonight, the prizes that we're going to have are going to be the stress formula, or the renewal, the recall, the reflection. Now, it's based on how many people we get here tonight. We're going to talk about all these products in just a minute, okay? But there's the form number or link that you need, but they're going to put it in the chat for you. So just keep that in mind, that these 4 products are the ones that we're going to focus on tonight about wellness. And like we said, we're going to give you natural ways to be able to help with that stress and anxiety, but we're also going to help you as well with supplementing, because we all know that sometimes that's might be what the body needs. So let's recap. Now, have you been with us these past 4 weeks? You might have missed out on some of the great calls we had about digestion, because we know at the beginning of the year, what do we all want to do? We want to clean house. It's even like spring cleaning in our bodies. Well, we had a kickoff start on part 1, and if you haven't heard that one yet, it's recorded and it's in our YouTube channel, and you can also go to our Facebook page and you can also access these. We also talked about the reset system. We talked about last week about energizing. How many of you guys don't need a little bit more energy? I know for myself, at this hour in the evening, I have to kick it in high gear, because between feeding family, feeding dogs, taking care of everything we need to take care of before the end of the night, it's stressful, right? And then you're expected to want to come in here and listen to me for a little bit. So just know that staying energized is something that you can do naturally, and that conversation is also stored there in part 3. Tonight, obviously, we're talking about staying calm and staying committed, and this is part 4 for you. So we just want to emphasize being interconnected as well. Whatever part you are in life is extremely important, and it's also important for your digestion and your overall health. And one of the points we want to make is that maybe that digest reset will get rid of the sludge or something that's going on inside your body, so you can concentrate on what needs to be done right now, right here. Why do you guys believe stress management is important? Do you believe that stress will never be part of your life? Um, well, it can be, I think, if maybe you're in a place where you've controlled every aspect in your life, but it's not really realistic. Most of the time, you're going to deal with some kind of stress in your life. And if you notice that, I know like myself, when I was younger and somebody broke my heart, where would it hit? Right in my gut. Um, Absorbing nutrients sometimes wasn't right? Because maybe the way I ate, maybe the food I ate, and many other things. So chronic stress sometimes hampers your nutrition absorption. That means that basically you might not be getting all those nutrients from that nice food you're eating because you're stressed out. Okay. And then remember, brain health and focus, that's extremely important, right? Because you're trying to do everything that you want. And the thing is, the body needs to repair, and stress and basically doesn't help with the cognitive part, and it clouds the focus, just so you guys know, and even the memory. How many of you have gone from one room to another and you're like, I don't even know why I'm here? I think I did it twice today, but that's stress because you are trying to do it all and you're trying to get it done in this little thing called 24 hours. And I hope that you guys know that tonight we want you to just to relax. Hopefully you have everything you're attending to and you're concentrating here because you deserve this. You deserve to know how you can help yourself. Okay. And then also emotional, right? How many of us sometimes, I mean, I fly off the handle sometimes. Do you? When somebody does something totally obviously wrong, of course, right? But we learn how to control those emotions. And unfortunately, when you're stressed out, the emotions don't regulate themselves. You have to discipline yourself to be able to control those. And how do you do that? And that's what we're going to be talking about. And Cora is probably the best person I know that every time I talk to her, she looks really calm. She's very calm. And I know most of you guys want to stay calm and you want to stay committed, especially in this new year. You don't want stress to sabotage you. And one of the things is that you have to continuously be working on what it is that might draw you to that point where you feel like you can't control your emotions and maybe even your body. Maybe throw things. I don't know. Occasionally I have. Hopefully you don't. But hopefully by focusing on your emotional well-being, incorporating maybe some supplements, cultivating a mindset, a resilient mindset, right? Finding that balance. That's what Cora's here tonight to help us with. She's going to talk to us about 15 minutes. Cora, just so you know, she's in Arizona, lovely Arizona. I think one of the best things of Arizona is those sunsets. I know the heat can be really hot, but the sunset is amazing in Arizona. She is an emotional detox therapist. She got the opportunity to be with Dr. Roni DeLuz, which is one of the detox doctors that we have sometimes here. And, you know, one of the things that she brought to that Martha's Vineyard was that she really helped a lot of people, and she was able to grow as a person even more in her field. She has her licensing and degrees in therapy, and she does so much more than just that. I know for myself, she's a personal friend and also a life coach. Yeah, sometimes you need a life coach. I have the Bible. Don't get me wrong. I read it every day. But sometimes you need to bounce off something from someone that might have a perspective that might be in line with something that you need. And Cora, I just want to welcome you. Thank you for coming with us tonight. I'm so excited to have you here. And let me see.
There you go. Thank
Where
you.
are you at? There you are. Let me spotlight you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. And
There you are.
I love how you introduced me. That was so sweet of you. I want all of you to know that what I do isn't above and beyond special. It is just truly from the heart. And so tonight, the most important thing that we're going to talk about are those emotions. And not just when we're calm. See, it's easy when we're in this container. Boy, isn't it easy to receive and get excited about detoxing, about, oh, what am I going to feel like or look like? Whatever it is that your goal is set in your mind. However, that doesn't mean that we don't have those moments. How many of us promise we're going to start on Monday and then Tuesday and we're still not starting? Or how many say, oh, we're going to do this? We have great intentions. Everybody does, right? But when it comes to detoxing, when it comes to living life, when it comes to everything, she says, a life coach, I've never called myself that. But I will tell you that everything that we do for ourselves, within ourselves, is mirrored from what's around us. And when we're detoxing, the body is going to get rid of what we don't need anymore. The things that clog up the arteries, the things that clog the brain, fog the brain. But we don't realize that a lot of those things that happen to our body are from our emotions. That's where it starts. The body doesn't know how to deal with the emotion. It doesn't know how to regulate that part of us, especially if you've lived in a way where you're working, multitasking, stress, whatever it is. And some might be retired, and your stress is, I don't know what I'm going to do today, or I forgot to water my plants. I mean, it might seem to somebody else, are you kidding me? But if that's your stress, so what does that mean? What does that mean when we talk about stress? It only exists in your mind. You create it and you can get rid of it. And it's all individually. I could be stressed about something that somebody else could say, that's not that stressful, Cora. Or comparing, right? We compare. Why can't I sound so great on my videos like somebody else does? Why can't I? Why is it that my business isn't going where it needs to go? All of those things, right? All of those things that we say in our heads. So that's where the stress starts. It doesn't start outside of you. Outside of you is a projection of what's inside. So we need to be very careful when and Sonia mentioned the Bible. What does it say for those of you that are Bible readers? To not point, right? When you see a little splinter in somebody else's eye, but you don't take out the big old plank that's in your eye. So again, stress is the number one, but it only starts with you. If you complain about something or someone outside of you, you're really talking about yourself. But we don't want to say that. It's very challenging how the world is upside down. We don't want to see that. We won't take responsibility. We'll blame everything and everyone outside of us. So that's how the emotions start to build. We won't speak about it. Someone hurt our feelings. We'll keep it to ourselves. So the more you compact all those feelings, all those thoughts, you're bound to explode. And then comes the anger, frustration. So all of these side of us, and they project outside. So you're going to attract that you are. You keep repeating to yourself, why do I always give up? Why haven't I completed a detox? Or why is it that I'm failing at my job? Or I'm failing at my job as a mother? I don't know what your situation is. And it doesn't matter because they're all stories. So you feed yourself stories and you feed yourself stories. And at the same time, let me grab the ice cream. Let me grab the chocolate. Let me grab the pizza. Let me grab what I already know is going to clog me up. But I'll still go ahead and eat it. Why do I know that? Why can I say that? Because that's what I've experienced in my life. I lost one time almost, I want to say not 100 pounds because it sounds really great, but it was really like 92. But it's closer to 100. So 100 sounds more like, wow, right? But still was a lot of weight. And I did it with juicing and walking. But there was a problem. It came back. And thank God it didn't come back 2 times fold. Can you imagine? Because they usually say you lose weight and it comes back even more. Not exactly. It didn't happen like that to me. But where was the problem? It wasn't the food. It was my thought process. And so I gave up. I gave up because it was too hard to be taking things like all my juices to work. And then when I go to church and nobody wanted to sit by me because I juiced, and then it looked like I thought I was healthier and I knew better. All of these stories. So we lose a weight, gain it back, lose a weight. But again, what was it? At that time, I wasn't in a good place mentally. And I was going through a lot of stress and a lot of pain. So when we work with the most sophisticated computer, right? Right here in this brain, when we work with that, it manages everything. So we've allowed our brain to make us believe that we can't do something. We've allowed that brain to store information that brings us down. So just like you detox your body, you need to detox, you need to, well, I'm going to rephrase that. Nobody needs to do anything. You are invited to do that. It is your choice. Just like it's your choice to eat what you want to eat, it's your choice not to eat it. So when you go to the brain and you say, okay, I'm going to detox my body, believe me, your brain
This
will
milk, buddy.
say again.
The eggs.
Oh, we
I'm gonna
have
take you down
something
now.
happening here. Hold on.
You're on the wrong one. I'm gonna take you down.
Okay.
Oh,
We gotta remove and report. Here we go. Okay, Roland Cepeda. We just reported him. I don't know who it was, but it's out. So, let me just take a picture of this. You can continue.
Love the quick
Just taking-
action. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, Alice. It's taken care of.
No problem. That was a perfect example. Perfect example. Nothing happens by mistake. People who have come in here, if you're new, please disregard that. It happens. You know, we're in this world. We're not of it, but we're in it, and things like that happen. So it's actually proving my point. How many people are out there who are hurting and who don't realize it? So when we start a detox, we'll go back to the subject. When we start a detox for our body, there is just by nature that the emotions will come up. You may get moody, frustrated, sad. You may get because everything's times. Just because it's happy doesn't mean it's always good. Okay? Sometimes that happiness takes us all the way up and we think, we got it, we did it, we're doing it. And then just as high as you go up, any little thing that's still stuck in there emotionally will trigger you. And all of a sudden you're back down again. You don't even want to be seen. You probably disconnect a lot, isolate yourself. So the reason why I specifically, Sonia said this in the beginning, when I was with Dr. Roni on the island, she's the one that gave me the name, the emotional detox therapist, because of the way I worked with her patients, the way I would talk to her, or whatever demeanor she saw in me. She says, you're more like an emotional detox therapist, Alice. Back then she called me Alice. I wasn't Cora yet. For those that are new, if you hear someone call me Alice, it's okay. Anyway, so as I was on that beautiful island, relaxed, enjoying everything, the sights, the food, even though I was detoxing, when I was able to eat, it was enjoyable. Um, it was more of an organic thing that just happened that I was able to do that, but it's not overnight. What Dr. Ronnie saw in me was years of the struggles I went through. The struggles I went through with my weight, because first I thought it was my thyroid. No, it wasn't my thyroid. Yeah, that sometimes does affect the weight. No, they were my emotions. I bottled them up. I never wanted to rock the boat. I never wanted to speak up. And so that kept me stuck there. So some of you, if you're here because you want to detox and learn how to shift all of that and get rid of that weight, that's good. Some of you might be here because you want to learn about the product. Amazing, because that helped me. My favorite is Reduvo. It helped me with all the inflammation. And I kid you not, I even like slapping my knee because my knee used to be in so much pain. And now I just talk to people and I go, look what I can do. And I slap my knee. I couldn't even touch it. Now it's like I can just slap it. Nothing hurts because it went away. All the inflammation went away from that accident I had almost 40 years ago. So if you're here because you also want to learn and be around people that can help you with your business, and whatever your business is, it doesn't have to be for life. If you have several businesses and you're struggling with stress, everything revolves around your thoughts, and everything revolves around how you take those thoughts, and then you create the emotion to back it up. Oh, well, I feel this way. Well, then I must, I'm always going to mess up. We always talk down to ourselves. It's a natural thing, and we complain. We say we're not complainers, but let me tell you, we do complain to ourselves a lot. And catch yourself. That's going to be your homework. If you're going to start a detox anytime soon, or if you are on a detox right now with the challenge that we have going on, ask yourself that. Monitor one day. Make a little check mark or an X, whatever you prefer. Every time a thought comes in that is talking to you in a way that feels heavy, and that you use the words always, never, just very heavy words that don't lift you up. And you're going to see how many times throughout the day, because you don't even have to say them. You just think them and you. Yes. I heard someone. Did someone have a question?
No, it's me. My daughter, she was asking me a little question. But no, Cora, I think it's amazing. We do have to capture those thoughts and really decide right away what we're going to allow them to control or do or make us go to that place. You know what I mean? Mentally. Because I know for myself, I feel sometimes that I wish I could have done this, or I could have done that. I wish I could have done more, but I'm doing all the time. So it's not like, but you're right. It's that nonstop thinking, that negative thinking in a sense, right? That we continue to perpetuate. And I think that was really good that what you brought up.
Yes. Remember this, for all of our, and this is not about, please, I'm going to do a little disclaimer. It's not about religion, and we're not here to be spiritual to anyone. Everyone has their own beliefs, and I respect all of them. However, when we go to the Bible, it tells you in there, renew your mind daily. We brush our teeth, brush our hair, take our showers, drink our water. But we forget to renew this. We hold on to things that happened 10 years ago. And when we share them, it seemed like it just happened yesterday. And we cry as if we were there. But we're really not there. We're safe. We're right here. And it's very challenging. I may make it sound easy, or you may think it's easy for me because you hear me as a very calm person. Yes, I'm also a little bit crazy because I'm kind of silly and weird, but not everybody sees that side of me. My husband does. My family does. My nickname is Lucy. If anybody knows I Love Lucy in this Zoom, I kind of was a little bit and am a little bit like how she was always getting into some kind of trouble, some kind of adventure. But at the same time, the most beautiful thing is recognizing yourself and being kind to yourself. We all make what people call mistakes. But I'm going to give everyone here a little bit of information. Everybody on this planet, every human being, I don't care what race, where you were born or raised, or where you come from, every single human person, species on this planet is guilty of one thing only. Everybody has that same, if you want to say, mistake or guilt. Or everybody is guilty of only one. Belong to a religion. It is that every single one of you, when you were 10 or 15 or 20, a new mom, or I don't know if we have them in here today, new dad, whoever's watching later on Facebook, I don't care, male or female, all of you, at one point in your life, did this, and you can't get around it. And it is that you did the best that you could with what you knew or had at that moment. So if you were 15 and you didn't have parents, or you didn't have anybody to guide you, you did the best that you could with what you had. Now, if later in life you find a guide and someone, a mentor, and they help you out of whatever it was, drugs, alcohol, pain, abuse, whatever, Then you go to a different stage of your life and now you know better, so you do better. But all of us are guilty of that, doing only the best that we can with what we have. So please don't beat yourself up. If in the past you were a very angry person or you hurt someone and you know it and you know you hurt them, just love yourself. That person didn't know any better. Who you are now, if you can go back and talk to her or him and say, wow, what are you going to do? Blame them, get mad at them, slap them? No. If you had a chance to go back and talk to your 20-year-old, 25-year-old, give her a hug. Say, I love you. And I'm not going to hold what you did before so that you can't move forward. So we're all guilty of that. Every single person is guilty of doing the best that they can with what they have. So today is your very first day. Count today as the very first day of your life. Like you're born again. You're renewed in the mind. And when you move forward, you tell yourself, I am going to be kind to myself. I choose happiness because it's good for my health. And move forward with loving yourself. If you can't go back and save that young girl that was suffering, and you can't do anything about it anymore, it happened, please take care of your future self. And don't wait until you're 60 or 70 or 80 and go, oh, I should have done this. Why didn't I do it? Do it now. Whatever you're doing today is going to benefit the future you. And I'm not looking at any clock.
No, thank you. Your words of wisdom they touch my heart because I'm one to be that woman that maybe regretted the things that were done earlier in a stage of mind where I wasn't mature enough, right? So I appreciate what you've told other people because I imagine there's people here tonight. Hey, Dr. Ronnie. Dr. Ronnie's with us tonight. Thank you for joining us. There's a lot of people out there that are suffering, and it's because they're stuck. And we know that they just need to know that it's okay. They can give themselves grace and forgive themselves. And look, like you said, focus on the one that you want to be tomorrow because you're robbing her of happiness, of maybe new adventures, right? So thank you, Cora. I appreciate you. I want to bring you back at the end. I'm going to turn it over to Claudia, but I'm going to share my screen with you guys again.
Don't share yet. Actually, I'm going to pass on the mic to Dr. Ronnie because she has
good,
something to share with us, and then she has to leave. So I can do the products after that. So we're so excited to have her. I'm just going to spotlight her here. And yes, Dr. Ronnie, we are so excited to have you here.
It's been a long winter for me, but I'm back. I had some challenges. I have been dealing with a lot of patients with stage 4 cancer. So we all know that cancer is at an all-time epidemic high. And we know about turbo cancers and things like that. So when you're talking about stress, and Cora, I miss you. You're absolutely right. Just hearing your voice just calms me down, by the way. Just literally I feel nothing but just love when I hear your voice. When you have so much cancer, it affects not just the patient, but the whole family. And I have an entire family here, it's 5 of them, but there's just one patient, one cancer patient. And do we need 5? Every last one of them. And that's the family, and besides my team. So it interferes with your entire body, not just physical, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually. It affects every cellular level in your entire body. So when you're trying to calm that person's neurological system down, it takes a lot because you're not only dealing with so much. You're dealing with fear, you're dealing with abandonment, you're dealing with guilt, you're dealing with why did this happen to me? And it's just a lot of emotions that you have to deal with. And any given day, you never know what it is. Today, I'm dealing with the burnout of the entire family breaking down. And you'll find one person that can't handle it, so that person has to go to bed today, and then we just have the 3 taking care of her. And I started doing the supplementation, the things like the feel good that helps you with the serotonin, and I started doing the recall that helps you with the brain focus, and I started thinking about the adrenal fatigue that they're all going through, and that the lack of focus, and even when you have at night we do what's called education, and even with the hour of education. The next day, they completely forgot everything that I said. So it's a lot. And so one of the things, just like you were saying, Cora, one of the things is that you have to teach them how to love themselves again, because they forget, because they're giving all of that emotion to the person that's really sick, that they forget themselves. They forget to eat. They forget to breathe. They forget to focus on themselves. And that's what I'm dealing with. So I started using devices along with the transfer factor, the recall, the bio EFA. I started using things like the Beamer and infrared sauna, and all of these things together was allowing me to help me to decrease everyone's cortisol levels, everyone's epinephrine. All of it was off the charts. But the most profound thing that I think helped, and that's why I wanted to get on this call, Cora, is teaching them how to love themselves again and not feel so responsible for what happened in the family. No one's at fault for this. The body goes wrong. The brain can't handle it. The emotions get all over the place. And we have to bring them back to balance. And bringing them back to balance means not just love them with food and nutrition, but you got to love them with emotions, and you got to allow them to feel safe. And we need the supplements to do all of that, right? But at the same time, we have to educate them on what particular supplement is helping with whatever thing that they're going through. So that's my story for the night. But I think tonight what I'm going to get everybody to do is take a magnesium bath so we can all calm down. So thank you so much. I just want to say hello to everybody. And I wanted to say one of the most important things in life is not to lose your soul, not to lose your brain focus, because your body believes what you tell it.
Thank you, Dr. Roni. I just stepped in, Sonia, because this woman, when I heard what you said, Dr. Roni, it brought back the memories of us going all the way into the boonies on the island to go help that family, remember, with the little boy. And I want to thank you, Dr. Roni, here in front of everyone for your kindness and your love and the way that you were able to see what you saw in me, Dr. Roni. It's because that's how you are too, like two peas in a pod when it comes to that. And talk about technology, we're the same way too, right? But I'm learning. But I really want to thank you, Dr. Roni, not taking too much of your time, but thank you because you gave me that name, if you will. You saw that in me and how I could speak to people and they felt safe. That's the key word. If you don't feel safe, then you're on that flight or fight. So again, I thank you. I created my website and I always give credit to you. You're the one that baptized me with that name. So thank you so much.
Keep up the good.
Miss you.
Thank you, Dr. Roni. Wow, what a blessing. You don't get too many providers that have a full schedule, a full plate, and a lot of demand on them to be able to come into a room and share that from her heart. And I hope you guys take it into your heart, because Cora experienced it firsthand, how Dr. Roni serves. And sometimes we have to step out of our own way and serve, maybe. And that's where we get blessed. But let me put back up this screen.
I can put the screen. I can put the screen.
Oh, you got the screen? Yeah. Awesome.
So,
I got Claudia for you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we have somebody trying to come in, but at this point, because of what happened, we're not going to let anybody else come in. Sorry. There's an Ana Maria. She can watch it later on Facebook. I hope it's not my sister-in-law. But if you are on Facebook, we're not letting anybody else in. We're almost at the end. So let me share what we have for you, and it's our products, our pick of the lot. So stress formula, Dr. Roni really loves this one. This is a product from our fundamentals line. So for those of you that are watching this for the first time or do not have a catalog in front of you, we have our transfer factor line and we have our fundamentals line. I love our fundamentals line. It really has so many products that you could say you could find somewhere else, but it's just the way that we have taken the time to choose the right ingredients. So even though we have, products that look like they're similar, they really aren't, because of the way that we have chosen our ingredients. So let's look at this one: sleep, mood, and stress. This is a calming formula recommended for evening use that supports healthy sleep patterns and improved sleep quality. It contains valerian root, lemon balm, hops, ginkgo leaf to support a balanced nervous system. And you can Google ginkgo leaf. It's got so many qualities. You can Google all of them really, but I like ginkgo leaf. Includes peppermint to soothe stomach discomfort that may be associated with stress. And this synergistic blend of natural ingredients include a standard dose of lemon balm, modulates the calming region of the brain, promoting overall relaxation. So again, Stress Formula is a great product, and because it does have that valerian root, you want to take it mainly at night. It's a product that goes very well with our next product, which is our Renewable. Renewable. This is protected by 5 patents. It supports healthy mental focus and it fuels muscle recovery. Top-selling adaptogenic formula, total body muscle recovery and healthy mental focus, and a healthy response to daily stressors such as an unhealthy diet. So what is really good about Renewable, we launched it, I think it was in 2015. It did so many things. Like, it was such a complete product because it had such a blend of great ingredients that originally it really was to alleviate that stress. So why do we have it in our Transform line? Because when you exercise, you stress the body a lot. You are lifting weights, or you are jogging or doing squats, whatever you're doing, and that muscle is doing a lot of work. So we have it on our Transform line specifically because of that. Because when you're exercising, there is a lot of stress to the body. Now, the beautiful thing is that it's not only for people that exercise. It actually is for every stress of life. Every stress of life includes driving to the office and sitting down for 2 hours in the traffic and stressing about traffic. And then you come to the office and you sit for 6 hours or 7 hours in front of your laptop, you're stressing your back. So even when you're not moving, you're stressing a lot of things. And then you're stressing about, work and children and groceries and what you're going to do for dinner. So lots of these stressors actually are, regular everyday stressors, or what we could call healthy stressors. That's what we live up, but it's when there's an excess of stress and that effect cannot bring back. And a lot of the times is because lack of sleep or lack of management of stress. So just like Cora was saying, just the need of being able to separate what is happening from what is happening at that moment from what really is happening. Like, can you recover your level of anxiety or whatever is happening? Because, the building is not going to burn down. It really is just that maybe your boss told you that, you have to finish that report earlier and things like that. But your body a lot of the times doesn't know, because you're giving it a signal, as is the body. Like, if you are in so much stress and you're giving that body the signal that it looks like the building is on fire, he feels that because your level of stress gave him that number, 9 out of 10, when again, it really is just about they're asking you to finish that report earlier. The body doesn't know that. You controlling that and managing those levels on how we are talking to our body is what Renewable does. Now, the one thing is that a lot of people that were taking Renewable were experimenting better sleep. Again, because stress sometimes doesn't help sleep. So by sleeping better, you were able to recover. That's why it's a recovering supplement. Recover in 6, 7, or 8 hours the way that you need it to recover. A lot of the times we're only sleeping 5 to 6 hours, so there's not enough time to recover. So it helps you recover in less time what the body needs to do. So it's one of my favorite products. I personally take it every day.
Claudia, we can't hear it.
Oh,
The volume.
thank you. 1 sec. Maybe that was the...
While you're doing that, one of the things that I found with Renewable is that it has actually lowered my cortisol, which I don't gain as much weight with the stress that I carry.
That's right. That's exactly one of the great things about it.
Healthy cellular aging.
I'm just going to start it over here.
Support total body muscle recovery and respond in a healthy way to everyday stressors with 4-Life Transfer Factor Renuvo. 4-Life Transfer Factor Renuvo is a patented adaptogenic formula that promotes total body muscle recovery, healthy cellular aging, and healthy mental focus. And it's protected by 5 different patents. In preclinical studies, Renuvo supported a healthier response to daily life stressors, like an unhealthy diet. Renuvo contains powerful herbs and is powered by 4-Life Transfer Factor to help your immune system more effectively recognize, respond to, and remember potential health threats. Let's talk about some of the powerful ingredients in this formula. Ashwagandha reduces cortisol levels and may help reduce symptoms of occasional or everyday stress. Acetyl L-carnitine HCl fuels exercise, supports muscle recovery, energizes skeletal muscles, supports metabolism, and helps transport fatty acids. Green tea supports metabolism, fuels exercise performance, supports endurance, fuels skeletal muscle, promotes mental alertness, and supports antioxidant activity.
Oops. 1 second, please. Oh, it's my computer. Something's happening there. Okay. All right. Something's happening with my video. You are gonna get this presentation, and it's on our website. Recall, again, I think this whole line is like my favorite products. I take Recall every day, targeted brain support for optimal mental functioning, supports learning, positive mood, stress relief, memory, and overall well-being, supports healthy neurotransmitter function, provides focus support for healthy brain and central nervous system, and it includes ingredients like ginkgo biloba, magnesium, and it supports circulation of the brain.
Life's daily demands can be mind-blowing. Literally. With too many tasks, responsibilities, and details to hold together, it's easy to lose focus, feel overwhelmed, drop the ball, or end up feeling mentally and emotionally drained. Well, we're here to ease your mind and power your brain. Support formula unlike anything else on the market. Meet 4-Life Transfer Factor Recall, a targeted brain health formula that contains magnesium, ginkgo biloba, and other science-backed nutrients, shown to enhance focus, improve memory, support learning, and maintain healthy brain circulation and function. Plus, 4-Life Transfer Factor Recall is the only brain support formula in the world powered by 4-Life Transfer Factor to boost, balance, and educate your immune system, which is directly connected to cognitive health. Support your brain health with 4-Life Transfer Factor Recall. Only from 4-Life, the immune system company.
And all these videos are available for you in our 4-Life YouTube channel. Reflection, primary support, mood, and stress. Reflection is tailored for busy individuals who wish to improve their overall mood, cognitive focus, and ability to cope with stress in daily life. The proprietary blend of natural ingredients have L-theanine, a wild green oat, that supports brain and circulatory system function. 4-Life Transfer Factor Reflection promotes healthy physiological response to occasional stress, including blood pressure and heart rate. Rest, relax, and reflect. doesn't need reflection, right? So learning doesn't stop there. Please join us in our community. Good Health Community is here for deeper education on metabolic health, extended product breakdowns and usage insights, lifestyle and nutrition, real stories and real results, and ongoing trainings and updates. So don't miss that. Next week, Good Health Talk, from detox to strength, why proteins matter after weight loss, rebuild, restored, and strengthen. And after our detox, our body doesn't need less. It actually needs more. It needs building blocks. It needs protein to rebuild that strength, support metabolism, and maintain results. A reminder quickly, 2 for 1. It's still available. 2 bottles of Burn for the price of 1. Remember, this is our thermogenic that supports the transformation by igniting that fat burning effect and reducing hunger. It helps adults of all ages to get that lean, sleek, healthy body, provides energy support, and ignites your workouts for optimum performance, and accelerates metabolism and doubles the body's ability to burn fat. Who doesn't like that, right? So now it is time for Rexy. I'm going to pass it on to Rexy, and I'm going to give the host to Sonia because I'm leaving for the night. I'm bundled up because I'm going to go out in the snow. So thank you, everybody. It's been a great night with all of you, and I'm going to pass it on to Rexy, who is ready to win. Who is ready to win? And we have 23, so we're doing draw for 2 products. Every 10 people at the meeting that you bring, we do 1 draw per product. So Rexy, 2 products for tonight. Sonia, it's all yours and Rexy's.
Thank you. All right, Rexy, let's do it.
Congratulations, Annie. Is Annie still here?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Right.
Awesome, Annie. Congratulations.
Annie
you so
Rose
much
from
for
Philippines. So another one. Let's go. Another Annie. So I will remove Annie since that she's the first winner. So another one. Oh, congratulations to Nikabel and Naga. Is Nikabel still here? I think she's still here. Still here. Hi, Nikabel. Thank you so much and congratulations. So for all the winners, you can message me directly or you can email at support@uplinepro.com for your prizes, everyone. So as you notice, maybe you notice that there's only 10 names here because they're the only one who fill out our form. So next week and the following call, please fill out our form for you to win our prizes. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Sonia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I don't know if anyone has any questions. I don't know how to open up the mics, Rexy, but if you can open up the mics and let them ask any questions that they may have. But truly, truly, it's been a pleasure tonight to be with you. And Cora, you're always an angel to me. God puts his angels on earth, and I think you're one of them, girlfriend. You're just awesome, and you've helped so many, and I appreciate your time. Thank you. Go ahead. Give us last words, Cora.
Oh, last words. Whatever you do, make it fun. Don't take it so seriously. Just start over every day fresh. That's it.
Couldn't be said better, right? Have fun.
Yeah.
Don't take it so serious. Thank you, Cora. Is there any questions? Anybody want to open up your mic? Can you open up your mics? That's the thing. Questions? Going once? Going twice? You got Cora. Going 3 times. Thank you all. You guys have a blessed evening. Enjoy yourselves, and thank you for being with us tonight. And remember, don't forget next Tuesday we come back together, and tomorrow, if you want to know a little bit more how you can get your products for a lesser price, maybe build a business of this, because I have a lot of people that do that. Join us tomorrow night at Upline Pros. Hey, I can't even remember what it's called. But tomorrow night, just ask the person that invited you here. Thank you all. God bless.